how's it going?
Hey.
Where are you guys going?
Salt.
Going to Silk? All right.
Call, please.
Well, guess what?
What?
You're on Coons Camp! Okay, here's how the game's gonna work. I'm your host, TJ Rumbaugh, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about Clopidogrel on the way to your destination. And as long as you continue to answer the questions correctly, you'll earn some Coons cash all the way there. Here's the catch though, if you get 3 wrong, 3 strikes and you're out. I'm gonna pull over and kick you out wherever you get the last one wrong at. So do you wanna play?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started.
Wow, I've always wanted to be on Coons Cab. Let's start.
Great, so you're going to Salt Call. That's about 50 blocks away from here, so that's 50 blocks to rack up as much cash as you can. So, are you ready for your first question?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. These first questions are worth 50 Coons cash. We'll start off with an easy one. What is the brand name of Clopidogrel?
Oh, I know that. I just had a test on this in pharmacy school. It's Plavix.
That's correct. You're on board with 50 Coons cash. Let's see if you can double it. Here's the next question. So there's a lot of drugs on the market that deal with the coagulation cascade, but what class specifically is Clopidogrel a part of?
I'm 99% sure that it's a P2Y12 inhibitor.
Is that your
Final
final
answer.
answer? Final answer? Mm-hmm. That's correct. You're up to 100 Coons cash. So, as a follow-up question, you just told me that Clopidogrel is a P2Y12 inhibitor. What is its mechanism of action?
Okay, I definitely know this. I think it goes into the heart and then it just stays there. Right?
Ooh, that is incorrect. I'm sorry. That's your first strike. Clopidogrel is a prodrug that is metabolized to the active form and inhibits platelet aggregation by selectively and irreversibly binding to the P2Y12 receptor on platelets. This binding prevents activation of the ADP-mediated glycoprotein GP2B3A complex, which is necessary for platelet aggregation.
Yeah, that was gonna be my second guess, so
I'm
close.
sorry. All right, you're still at 100 Coons cash though. Are you ready for your next question?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're at a red light. And that means it's time for a red light challenge!
Woohoo!
Okay, for $50 a piece, you have 30 seconds to name 4 FDA indications for Clopidogrel. I will start the timer now. Go!
Definitely acute STEMI.
And STEMI.
Correct.
Also recent MI.
Okay.
PCI.
PCI, that is 4. That is 200 Coons cash. You're now up to 300. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Moving right along. We all know that drugs come with their fair share of side effects. What are 3 side effects that you might tell a patient to look out for if they were prescribed Clopidogrel?
Definitely bleeding. Rash is the thing, right? Yeah. Rash. And then pretty much everything has some GI kind of thing. So I'm gonna say bleeding, rash, GI upset.
That's correct. Way to go. You're up to 350 Coons cash. These next questions are now worth 100 Coons cash each. So here we go. A STEMI, otherwise known as an ST elevation myocardial infarction, is known to require the use of Clopidogrel and other antithrombotic agents. What is the dosing required for using Clopidogrel in the setting of a STEMI?
I know this. I know you need a loading dose of like 600 mg, but I can't remember a daily dose afterwards.
I think, isn't it 75 milligrams? Is it once daily?
I think so.
What's your final answer?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
We're gonna go with 600 mg loading dose, then 75 mg once daily.
That's correct! Means you're up to 450 Coons cash. Okay, here's the next question. Genetics can play a role in a lot of different things, including how someone could metabolize a drug. Which enzyme, if you're a poor metabolizer, could lead to Clopidogrel not being the best option for you?
Some kind of say
This is why Dr. Coons can't take Clopidogrel, right?
yeah.
Should we just call a classmate or something? See if they can help us out.
You want to use a shout out?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and call someone.
So it's SIP 2C19?
I think that's what we're gonna go with.
2C19. Final answer.
That's correct. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So these next few are going to be a little bit harder and worth 150 Coons Cash. The CURE study, C-U-R-E, found that clopidogrel and aspirin reduced mortality in patients with unstable angina versus using aspirin alone. What major side effect was seen in the clopidogrel group?
Was it bleeding?
It was
I know the
bleeding.
answer's not there, but was it bleeding?
It was bleeding for sure.
That is correct.
Woo!
So there were significantly more patients with major bleeding in the clopidogrel group than in the placebo group, 3.7% versus 2.7%. But there were not significantly more patients with episodes of life-threatening bleeding or hemorrhagic strokes. All right, so let's continue on. So we got another study question coming up. What was the outcome of the CREDO study? C-R-E-D-O.
I know this. It is, it came up with a 27% significant reduction in risk of death and MI or stroke after 1 year of clopidogrel and aspirin after PCI versus 4 weeks after it.
Very good. Good job.
Yay!
An extra 150 Coons Cash. All right, here's your next question. After PCI, it is recommended that patients begin dual antiplatelet therapy. Clopidogrel is one. What is the other antiplatelet?
Aspirin!
Aspirin is correct.
Yeah, definitely aspirin.
Congratulations. Moving on. So we're pulling up the cell call now. Are you guys ready for your final question?
Yeah, I think so.
So this question is going to have a couple answers to it. I want you to name one clinical pearl, one drug-drug interaction, and one contraindication to clopidogrel.
Should we say something about
With the enzymes.
yeah, not taking
Yeah,
enzymes?
don't take an answer.
That's correct.
One.
Okay.
What was next?
Drug interaction.
Need drug interaction?
Was it like omeprazole? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
both of
it is.
them.
Yeah.
Going with the meprazole?
And esomeprazole.
That's also correct. And we need a contraindication.
When in doubt.
I was gonna say, you just want to go with bleeding?
Yeah. If
Active
you're bleeding.
bleeding.
Active bleeding.
You don't want to keep bleeding.
Yeah.
Active bleeding is also correct. Congratulations, guys. You won Coons Cab.
Thanks, TJ.
Yay.
Have a good day, guys. Get out.
Wait, what?
Hi, how's it going? Where you guys going? Somebody's got to say something. Someone has to say something. Moving right along, we all know that drugs come with their share fare. All right, again.
That has to be a blooper.
P2B3A complex, which is necessary for platelet aggregation. Should I do that again? Let's do that again.